Hey, what's up guys, Theo here. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to use array.from with the two sort of extra special features of it. So normally you can do array.from, and I can do it from any sort of iterable. So I could do it from a new set, right? And that'll give me an array. I could also do it from a map. That'll give me an array, etc. Obviously I could fill these values, so I could say var my map equals a new map. And then I could just say my map dot set 1, 2, 1, something like that, and that's the map data structure that I have right there. And then I could say to array, right, is going to be equal to array dot from my map. And if we look at to array, it is of course the array with basically these two values spread out. So I guess the main problem that we have here is that this isn't really massaged into what we want it to be. So let me clear this, and we'll just say we have a map called user map, right? New map, and we want to add some users to it. So we can say name is, we'll just give it an ID, right? Just like 345, and it's going to be an object right here, and it's just going to have a name of Theo and an age of 24. So that's good. If we look at this and we pluck it out of our map, then we're going to get it back, and that's definitely in the format we want as just a JavaScript object. But what happens when we run array.from on it of user map is that we get back this sort of really awkward map structure where this ID and this object aren't really that tightly coupled together. There's no real relationship here. I mean, I guess you could do every two, but we want to normalize that a little bit. So let's try and look at how we can do that. And we can just say var normalized equals array.from user map. And the second argument, although a lot of people don't know it, is a map function that gets passed the value in the index. So if I look at this, I can console.log value index, and now this is what I'm getting back at each one. We're getting 345 name and age. So what I can do here is actually go ahead and just return a new object, and the object that I want to return is going to have basically just the name, right? Val.name, right? And you could obviously use destructuring for that. That's not a big deal. Normalized, right? And normalized is now this object with name. Let me look at this. So actually, what I want to do is say const ID, and then props is going to be equal to the val, and then let's console.log ID and props right here. Okay, so those are our ID and props. And then finally, we can go ahead and just return that right there. We can just return this object with ID and props. So I might actually not do that. Let's see. So here we can see we're just returning that. We're spreading the rest of the props onto here. We used destructuring, and then we've used the spread operator. So now we have that more normalized data. So that's a good use case for array.from, especially when we're massaging from a map. It's working on that exact same problem today. So pretty cool. And the last one I want to show you guys is say we don't have a specific sort of data value, or it's we just want to map over maybe like an index. We just want to create an array out of random number of elements, etc. We can also use array.from, and this first argument can be a length property. So say length.for, and notice it produces an array with undefined. So we can actually fill this, right? Say we want to fill it with 3, right? So it's filled with 3. And similarly, we can use that map function, get past the value in the index, and then I could just go ahead and return the index right here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, or I could return index plus 1. Right, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, helping me get close to 2,000 subscribers. Appreciate all the support. I'll make a video when I hit that. So have a great day and take care.